Hey, welcome to Weekly Lunar News.
I love you, you love me. We're F-U-C-K-I-N-G. That's fucking. Ladies and gentlemen, put the kids to bed because Barney the dinosaur is now running a business specializing in tantric sex therapy.
Oh my.
Ooh. Well, okay, calm down. It's not the actual, lovable, huggable, dancing, anthropomorphic dinosaur that dominated the children's market for programming for nearly 2 decades. The dinosaur that would help preschool-age children learn things like spelling, counting, colors, and probably numerous other things. It was the man behind the costume who has turned his career entertaining children into a new venture that apparently delivers mind-blowing orgasms to his clients. It's a business.
So yeah, David Joyner, now 52 years young, spent a decade playing the purple dinosaur. From the show's inception in 1991 all the way until 2001, which also included a couple movies.
He's a movie star.
So Joyner, he then moved on to other shows after that. He appeared as a character called Hip Hop Harry for Discovery Kids, and also landed some work throughout the years in various TV shows like ER, The Young and the Restless, Southland, and even recently on Veep.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
An eclectic career.
So while it's obvious that the man has a passion for acting, he's got skills and talent, he also apparently has a passion for his whole side project as a specialist in the field of tantric sex.
Now, tantric sex itself is described by this probably reputable website as, quote, an ancient Hindu practice that has been going for over 5,000 years.
And still hasn't come.
And means, quote, the weaving and expansion of energy. It's a slow form of sex that's said to increase intimacy and create a mind-body connection that can lead to powerful orgasms. Cool.
Nice.
Anyway, in a recent interview with Vice, Joyner spoke about his tantric massage business, which now consists of up to, by the time this article ran, it could be more.
Probably.
30 clients, which he calls goddesses.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Don't
sorry,
tell
guys.
Corey Feldman.
Sorry, guys out there. He only accepts female clients, and we highly doubt he dresses up in the big purple suit for any of them.
And it's not just massage that he specializes in, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking full penetration. He explains that, quote, when the lingam, the penis, and the yoni, the vagina, meet, there's a certain energy that takes place that hands on the body alone cannot create. Even through G-spot massage, it's still not the same energy that flows.
Trust me.
So yeah, you have to connect the lingam and the yoni in order to achieve
How does that happen?
true transcendence. Full raw dog penetration.
I always thought you just peed in the vagina, and that's how babies were made.
I pee in the butt.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know why I don't have kids yet.
Someday it'll happen.
I keep peeing in girls' butts and none of them get pregnant. Maybe my pee is not as,
Well, you need to send your girlfriend over to Barney the dinosaur is the thing.
yeah. Because, like, maybe my pee has a low
Sperm count.
sperm count. And as we know, sperm under a microscope is just a tiny version of ourselves swimming around.
Swims around in piss.
I'm pretty sure that's science. Anyway, back to this guy. He says, quote, once the lingam is inside the yoni, that's a dick in the V, there's a technique where you don't even move. You're harmonizing spiritually and consciously as you're looking into each other's eyes and you're feeling each other's energy take place. This is about energy moving up. A lot of women have never really had spiritual sex. So 2 dead fishes just on top of each other, you feel the hit.
And they just stare at each other awkwardly in the eyes. As to where he finds his clients, the marketing for his business seems to adopt new and exciting ways for him to reach out to people just like any other business. And that's all thanks to the tech industry. In recent years, he's apparently found a great deal of success on an app that you might have heard of called Tinder.
Great job app.
Yeah. Now, one woman who they interviewed for this whole news story was one of the ones that was introduced to his practice via his profile on Tinder. Vice describes her experience as follows, quote, she had intercourse with him around the 3rd session and described it as a spiritual awakening. She's now been a client for 3 years and says it took her a few sessions before she was comfortable enough with Joyner to have intercourse. She said, quote, it wasn't as if I felt like I had to have a full session to get there, but then again, it was like, maybe I do. Guess you won't know till you actually go through with the whole thing.
So where it seems to get a bit more out of the ordinary is Joyner's apparent insistence that he not wear condoms with his clients, claiming that they block the energy.
Well,
sorry, babe.
the seed of life, it's the same thing. It blocks it all in there.
It's like putting a cork in a gun. It's gonna blow your hand
Boom.
off.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to hurt
There's a lot
me,
of
would
energy
you? My balls are gonna explode.
But yeah, to cover himself and his clients, he does provide them with his STD test results, and then he asks them to disclose anything they might have. in a signed consent form.
Yeah.
And you might be asking yourself, how is any of this legal, especially with the lack of condoms, considering that in Los Angeles, where he operates, there are strict regulations against that, even in the porn industry.
Yeah.
Well, apparently he's friends with a cop who helped him write a contract and presumably the previously mentioned consent form. So, in that sex contract, the client has to state that they are not law enforcement or part of a sting operation. You know, you have to tell me, are you cop? You have to tell me if I ask, so.
It's like he's a low-level drug dealer. Hey, you know, it's illegal for
He's
you to
a
not tell me that you're a cop, right?
Dick dealer. Does he have like pictures of his dick on his website? I want to see this magical dick.
You gotta
Dick
go to
of the
session.
gods.
Put on a wig and a dress and find out. You know, I've never had full release before.
I'm trying to achieve enlightenment.
Can we just like
Through raw dog, dead fish sex with a stranger I found on Tinder. Let's do it. Joyner also adds that the first session is free. So, since there's no exchange of money, guys, it's legal consent. I guess. I'm not a lawyer, but.
And your first session is free. My prices, they can't be beat. You're gonna want one of those Leeds mattresses to lay on the whole time.
God.
So okay, hold on. This guy who just happened to play a children's show character is doing a tantric.
I love you.
He's just happening. It's just happenstance that he also played Barney for a decade and is a
We all have
tantric
different lives.
sex guy. Big deal, right? Big deal. How does this relate to his time in the suit,
It was
Elliot?
hard the whole time.
Well, hold on, because actually it did have at least some effect on his future, because he says the following, and this is a quote, and I do feel dirty reading a lot of this, but here we go. This is his quote. "The energy I brought up while in the costume is based on the foundation of Tantra, which is love. Everything stems, grows, and evolves from love. Even when you have emotionally blocked energy, the best way to remove it is to remove it with love, and then replace it with God's divine love. Love heals and allows you to continue to grow." Now, here's where it
Memorize
gets-
that, and the next time your mom walks in on you jacking off to internet porn, just
This is about God's
read
love.
that back to her. Life, the foundation of life is love. And in pent-up love, you need
I'm
release.
releasing the semen to replace it with God's divine love. Mom, God. Also, fucking knock first. This is where it gets even weirder.
Jeez, yeah, he continues. "Before I got into the Barney costume, I would pray and ask God to allow his loving divine spirit to flow through me through the costume and let that draw the kids. That energy would always draw them in. Children are more connected spiritually than adults. A lot of times when I see infants and I'm out and about at the grocery store or whatever, they start staring at me. I make the joke, you know who I am. No!
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
No.
There's probably 1,000 different ways you could have said that. Not to make it sound creepy. You don't transition from how you're holding all this magic cum inside of you and then talking about how the kids, like,
Listen.
really just love you. Fucking goddamn it.
If he was a Catholic priest saying this, we would have a huge fucking issue here.
I mean, yeah. I hope they burned that costume after he retired the role too.
I don't know. The fumes alone would be terrible.
Oh man, it smells like fucking cantaloupe in here. It smells like rotten cantaloupe.
Oof. Anyways, regardless, stop. David Joyner is out there enjoying his tantric lovemaking just as much as Sting presumably does, but just so happens to be a lot of people, doctors, lawyers, city officials, who are expressing concern about the whole thing because he's making a business out of something that is potentially outside the realm of legality. So far, it's been smooth sailing, I guess, but with the hundreds of news stories running now about how Barney is basically operating an orgasm factory, might be looked at under a bigger microscope than he has been before. Anyways, we put the question on you, the audience. Would you fuck Barney the dinosaur if he promised mind-blowing orgasms? Let us know in the comments below. Make an alt account if you want to be honest.
Next, we have an update to a story we briefly touched on during last week's headline section, which demands further exploration because it's just so damn funny and satisfying.
Yeah.
Now, if you saw last week's show, we told you about how a British vlogger had reached out to a hotel in Dublin, basically asking for free lodging in exchange for exposure in an upcoming vlog, and how that hotel's owner had not only rejected her offer, but also publicly shamed her and implemented a new policy banning all social media celebrities from the hotel. Entertaining enough as this, but the saga continues. There's a lot more to it, so let's dive in deeper.
Yeah, so the British vlogger at the center of all this is Elle Darby, a YouTuber with around 100,000 subscribers whose videos are mainly about shit like fitness, makeup, and what she bought or hauled that day, with most of her videos getting views in the 30 to 60,000 range. In other words, she's doing pretty well for herself, but she's not really famous outside of a pretty niche audience. Also, to her credit, based off her videos, she doesn't seem like a particularly bad person.
Yeah. But with YouTube's success, even at the lower end, comes a bit of entitlement, or at least the boldness to ask for free shit in exchange for your attention. It happens. And again, not unique to Elle Darby either, and she's probably used to actually getting free shit that she asked for, or at least being politely told no. In this case, though, the no was far from polite. So let's just read out her original email to the Charleville Lodge Hotel in Dublin, and then the initial online response so that you have a firm grasp on how this whole fucking thing started.
Yeah. Hi there, I hope this email finds you well. I'm emailing regards to a possible collaboration on social media. My name is, and then it's blacked out. I work as a social media influencer, mainly lifestyle, beauty, and travel based. I have over 87,000 subscribers, and then they blacked out the URL, as well as 76,000 Instagram followers. My partner and I are planning to come to Dublin for an early Valentine's Day weekend from February 8th to February 12th to explore the area. As I was searching for places to stay, I came across your stunning hotel and would love to feature you in my YouTube videos and dedicated Instagram stories/posts to bring traffic to your hotel and recommend others to book up in return for free accommodation. Last year, I worked with Universal Studios in Florida, and it's been amazing for them. Let me know if this is something you'd be interested in doing. I look forward to hearing from you. Smiley emoji.
So note how any identifying information there is blacked out, and that's because it was shared to Facebook by the people who run the Charleville Lodge.
Yep.
They wanted to shit on it, but not start up shit beyond that. Also, just for clarity, the White Moose Cafe is the name of a restaurant inside the Charleville Lodge Hotel, but it's the handle they use for all their social media, just to avoid confusion.
Yeah, this is what they say. Dear social influencer, I know your name, but apparently it's not important to use names. Thank you for your email looking for free accommodation in return for exposure. It takes a lot of balls to send an email like that, if not much self-respect and dignity. If I let you stay here in return for a feature in your video, who is going to pay the staff who look after you? Who is going to pay the housekeepers who clean your room? The waiters who serve you breakfast? The receptionist who checks you in? Who is going to pay for the light and heat you use during your stay? The laundering of your bed sheets? The water rates? Maybe I should tell my staff they will be featured in your video in lieu of receiving payment for work carried out while you're in residence.
Continues, lucky for us, we too have a significant social media following. We have 186,000 followers on our 2 Facebook pages, an estimated 80,000 on our Snapchat, 32,000 on Instagram, and a paltry 12K on our Twitter. But Jesus Christ, I would never in a million years ask anyone for anything for free. I also blog a bit, which as far as I'm aware is another way of saying write stuff on the internet. The above stats do not make me any better than anyone else or afford me the right to not pay for something everyone else has to pay for. In the future, I'd advise you to offer to pay your way like everyone else, and if the hotel in question believes your coverage will help them, maybe they'll give you a complimentary upgrade to a suite. This would show more self-respect on your part, and let's face it, it would be less embarrassing for you. Here's a little video I produced, which you may learn from, and it's a little bit.ly URL. Best regards, Paul Stenson. P.S. The answer is no.
So yeah, there's a big factor here in the response that didn't get quite as much coverage at first, which is that the White Moose Cafe and its owners are actually social media personalities themselves. And a big part of their social media image is shitting on millennials and vlogger culture. That bit.ly link at the end of that Facebook rant was to a pretty well-produced video sketch they put out a few months ago called House of Influencers, which is basically a House of Cards parody featuring a female vlogger explaining directly to the camera how easy it is to manipulate her stupid followers and how greedy and cynical she is. At one point, the character literally picks up the phone and calls the Charleville Lodge Hotel, lists her number of followers, and asks for a free hotel room. They've obviously been through this before.
Yeah. Additionally, a big part of the White Moose Cafe's social media strategy is generating controversy and offending random people online.
Yeah.
Any press
It's like that hot dog stand in Chicago.
Yeah.
What the fuck do you want?
Yeah. So they got stuff, they do stuff like saying that they're going to require a doctor's note from customers before they serve anything gluten-free. They announce that they're embracing public breastfeeding by holding a breastfeeding acrobatics contest.
Nice.
They put jars on the counter of the cafe labeled ashes of vegans and gluten-free breast milk. You get the idea.
It's a fun hotel.
Yeah, they literally have a series of videos on their YouTube channel called How to Get Worldwide Publicity Without Spending a Fucking Cent. And it's all about how to piss off snowflakes online in order to gain publicity, which they've done a lot. They previously made the news a couple times by aggressively responding to negative reviews online over really petty shit.
It sounds like the opposite of Faulty Towers.
Yeah.
Instead of bumbling around trying to make everyone happy.
Oh no.
Yeah, they're just completely rude and savage to the people that rent the rooms.
And it seems to work.
Yeah. Still, though, what's fucking hilarious here is that unless this is all just a secret collab between the White Moose and Elle Darby, which would be some real 4D chess if it was, Elle Darby coming out and identifying herself as the subject of the post made the story 100 times bigger, providing way more free press for the hotel. They blacked out her identifying information, but then she went ahead and made a vlog about, hey guys, it was totally me, aw man, this sucks. And then of course her fans started posting negative reviews of the White Moose Cafe and the Charleville Lodge. So the White Moose decided to escalate further by issuing a ban on all bloggers, calling them entitled victims who ought to go out and get a real job like everyone else.
They know exactly like
the right things.
The right like talking points. It's
yeah,
so
they talk
good.
to you like they're your father.
I can get behind this.
Yeah.
Damn millennials. Millennials are killing the hotel industry.
Yeah, they're with their Airbnbs and they're sleeping in cardboard boxes because they can't afford anything.
Yeah. They also started selling t-shirts there, making fun of the whole thing. One of them says, I got exposed by the White Moose Cafe, and another one says, I demanded freebies at the White Moose Cafe, and all I got was this lousy t-shirt.
Yeah, we should buy one.
Yeah, I know. They also posted to Facebook a photo of an invoice that they said they were sending to the vlogger, which demands 4.3 million euros plus tax in exchange for the provision of features in 114 articles across 20 countries with a potential reach of 450 million people. Basically a bill for all the free media exposure they'd given her.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
It's top-level trolling, and it's also brilliant marketing. As owner Paul Stenson explained on Twitter, I see we've made the news in both America and Australia today. This is good. Seems my approach was a lot more effective than giving somebody a free room, and less expensive too. But no, I'm over 30. I have no idea how social media works.
You don't get it, dude.
I fucking love this hotel.
I'm a social media guru. And on the side, yeah, I run a tantric sex operation. But that's not what I'm all about. I'm all about fucking these tweets. Anyways, they even escalated things further by posting a fake video press conference apology video in which the owners sarcastically apologized to Elle Darby while still making a mockery of the entire situation and making it clear they don't give a single shit and are loving the whole saga. They even extended an invitation to Darby to come stay at their hotel before saying, no, sorry, that's bullshit. Anyways, if this is in fact a secretly mutually beneficial collab between the White Moose and Elle Darby, she's the best actress in the world because in her second completely unnecessary vlog response to the situation, she seems pretty genuinely distressed by the whole situation. So she says, this will be the last she'll speak of it. I'm done.
Yeah, I think the news cycle has completed itself. I'd love to see the White Moose's like Facebook, Twitter,
yeah.
like decks. I'm sure this has been great for them.
Yeah.
They took a situation
only
where
in Ireland, though.
Someone wanted to use them for exposure, and they flipped the table on them.
5D
brilliantly.
chess.
Brilliantly. But anyway, yeah, next time we're in Dublin, we know where we'll be staying, except no, I'm pretty sure we fall under that ban too.
We'll pay.
Damn it. We will pay.
No, give us, but we want the upgraded suite though.
Yeah. Bro, you're gonna be in a vlog.
You get, bro, it's gonna be great.
But yeah, regardless of whether we can stay there or not, thanks to their social media savagery, we at least know where we would stay if we were allowed. Even like their website is fucking gold. Read this shit. Are you a millennial? If so, Charleville Lodge is legit the best place for your squad to stay woke. Our 30 rooms are #blessed with super comfortable beds and flat screen TVs that are totally on fleek. Our prices are always low AF. Reception is 24 hours, so we keep it lit all the time. I love it.
You know what would be the best situation is if they had a rave 10 miles from this hotel, and like, you know, when those things, like a big music festival, and like every hotel gets sold out during that, but it's always filled with like people that are just fucked up on alcohol or drugs, filthy. I would love to see like a Big Brother scenario over there where they film that hotel and people sign up. They're like, all right, but you have to be part of this reality show while you're staying here, and just the staff just fucking dogging them the entire time. It'd be great. Better than the Geordie Shore.
Geordie Shore, right. Yeah.
Hard to top that.
Hard to top that. Also hard to understand. That Geordie accent is just awful.
But speaking of morons, we have them here in the United States too. Because, yes, another update. And this one's regarding one of the biggest, most absurd memes of 2018. Has it only been 3 weeks? Anyways, the strange trend of people, for whatever reason, thinking that Tide Pods look delicious is what we're talking about. Now, when we first reported about this, we thought it was nothing more than a typical online joke, a good time.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny to see people who would post photos of Tide Pods at dinner, or even Tide Pods used as a pizza topping. I would probably clean the oven afterwards, but whatever. To us, it all seemed pretty harmless because who the hell would actually go so far as to consume a clear pouch filled with dangerous chemicals.
Yeah, the joke is that you wouldn't actually do it.
That's the whole thing.
The joke is we're all acting like
We would
Tide
do it.
Pods or something you would do,
Yeah.
but no one would actually do that because that's stupid.
It's fun to freak the parents out, but then, well, here we go.
Yeah, so apparently there are people out there who simply could not resist the urge of trying these tasty looking little things for themselves. And it was announced earlier this week that since the beginning of the year, there have been 86 calls to poison control centers across the United States regarding the consumption of laundry detergent pods, and more than half of that occurred in the past week alone. Good job, America.
You guys did it. You're really showing the rest of the world that we are top notch when it comes to memery.
That means, even though the meme has slowed steadily since the beginning of the year, as all memes do, the number of people biting into these potentially deadly gushers has skyrocketed. What the hell is wrong with you people? They just look so tasty. The blue and the orange. Just wanna take a big bite.
This is mind-blowing. Anyways, the increase in the consumption of Tide Pods, or if you can't afford them, there are some knockoffs you can get.
Nah, man, that's like eating Hydrox when you got an Oreo craving.
I prefer Duvalin. There are other brands. If you're consuming any of these, this whole increase, it has led to an official press release from the American Association of Poison Control Centers, which is titled, High Alert! Intentional exposure among teens to single-load laundry packets continues to rise. In their analysis, what a waste of fucking funding.
Oh, God.
In their analysis, they described the epidemic as follows. Since our first alert to this life-threatening activity, the trend of intentionally ingesting single-load laundry packets has increased in popularity despite repeated warnings. During the first 2 weeks of 2018, Poison Control Centers handled 39 cases of teens intentionally exposed to a liquid laundry packet. In just the past week, we've seen another 47 cases, for a total of 86 between January 1st and January 21st of 2018. We cannot stress enough how dangerous this is to the health of individuals. It can lead to seizure, pulmonary edema, respiratory arrest, coma, and even death. If you or a loved one misuses a laundry packet or has a question about the risk of exposure to one, immediately contact the National Poison Help Hotline at 1-800-222-1222 or text POISON to 797-979 to save the number to your phone and then call. Our poison control experts are available 24/7 and free of charge.
Yes? Oh, another Tide Pod, yeah.
Okay,
You're a
hold on.
fucking idiot, bye. So we're gonna go ahead and leave that information down in the description below, since apparently it's a real thing that America's dealing with right now. But since you might listen to us more than those lamestream adults with their degrees in poison, let's just say, stop eating Tide Pods, you fucking morons!
Yeah.
God! Now let's get into the best headlines of the week before we round out this show.
Starting with, a dozen camels disqualified from Saudi beauty pageant over Botox injections.
Those hot camels. Look at those beautiful camels with their
Oh, but they
big
got
old-
Botox.
those smooth lips.
Ooh, they got Botox. Gross. Get them out of here. I'm all about natural camel beauty.
Yeah.
You know,
Real camels have stretch marks.
yeah.
And
They have imperfections.
Yeah,
Real
curves.
camels have curves.
yeah.
They're either
Real camels have
dromedaries.
humps.
What's the dromedary? The singled one? Single hump?
I don't know. I'm not a camel expert. I saw one in real life when we were in Dubai, and they're fucking weird looking in person.
Yeah.
I don't like them. Also, apparently they have diseases.
Well, disease doesn't stop a beauty contest, but I tell you what will. Pumping toxic chemicals into them to make their... I don't know what part of the body they're putting these in, but I would assume the face.
Yeah, it's like the lips.
Or the humps.
Yeah.
You don't want saggy humps if you're a camel.
Well, I wonder if they're putting like eyelash extensions on there too.
In Saudi Arabia, they did so much last year. Women drivers, movies. Although they fucked up the movies thing.
Yeah.
Like they allowed movies, and the first movie they showed, the first Western movie they showed in
emoji
Saudi
thing.
Arabia was the emoji movie. And they were probably like, you know what? What do we do? Ban them again. They got a talking piece of shit. What the fuck is wrong with
that? Is haram.
Yeah. Anyways, the camels were disqualified, and who knows what the strict guidelines will be next year at the camel contest. We don't know.
50 Cent forgot he had a stash of Bitcoin now worth $8 million. Whoops.
The best quote of this is like, he wrote about it on Instagram and he goes, I'm gonna be real with you, I completely forgot about this shit. So the thing was he
Album from
he released
2014.
an album, and he allowed people to purchase the album using Bitcoin for the going rate at the time. Then, I don't know, he forgot where his Bitcoin address was for conveniently long enough.
Yeah, right at the same time he was bankrupt with no money.
Yeah, because there was like a court case where he was stopping the release of a sex tape, so he claimed bankruptcy, so he didn't have to pay that. Now, all of a sudden, he's like, oh shit, I got so many fucking Bitcoins. $8 million worth.
$8 million. Just like, it's like,
Whoops.
Finding $8 million in an old jacket.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Hey, I mean, to be honest, I didn't know that money was there, Judge. But I mean, it's great for him.
Yeah, good for him.
Not for the person who was suing him, I guess.
And not for anyone who spent like
Potentially
five Bitcoins on a fucking
50 Cent album.
50 Cent album.
Yeah.
No!
Fuck!
Speaking of rap music,
Yeah.
which the kids like, DMX buys people shots, gives sermon at St. Louis Airport Chili's.
I mean,
Which sounds adorable, except he apparently is supposed to be with his sober coach at all times.
Oh, okay.
He has
Yeah.
a problem with substances.
Yeah. Well,
But-
I mean, if you're in a safe place, the airport,
Airport
the
Chili's.
Chili's, it really doesn't get much safer than that.
Talking about God.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know,
Buying
giving a
shots,
little
yeah.
toast. I like it. I recently had the experience of being able to fly on Christmas, and I thought it was going to be dreadful. But it actually was kind of cool, because everyone there, they realized
This is my new family. My airport
they
family.
realized that they were all in a bad situation, so everyone there was like the nicest ever. Santa Claus was walking around handing out candy canes, didn't buy any shots, but it was a real communal affair. And I feel like if seeing DMX at a Chili's, airport or not, I'd want to have a good time.
Yeah,
Yeah. You know, he does have blood on his dick because he fucked a corpse.
that's right.
Anyways, fans hold candlelight vigil for Taco Bell destroyed in fire.
I mean,
It's a small town.
yeah,
So
Alabama.
they lost the one thing that
Oh,
meant a lot. to
man.
them. Damn it.
That Taco Bell really brought the town together.
It was. You know what? I'm sad it's gone, but while it was burning, it smelled delicious.
Yeah. Smelled vaguely of meat.
Mm-hmm.
Smelled like it was at least 40% real beef.
You know what I like when I'm hungry? I like to take a peek back behind the counter and watch my burrito get made, because they got those things that look like cock guns.
Yeah.
And you just put a tube in it and just put it straight in my mouth. Cut out the middleman.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying.
They should sell it on
Anyways,
sale.
yeah, it was in jest, but I'm sure some people there were very serious about it, considering that obviously the Taco Bell Illuminati could have been
Yeah,
behind the whole
it's
thing.
true.
Yeah. It was
true.
probably that fucking Devil Went Down to Georgia guy. He probably went there and burned it down.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Georgia's not that far from Alabama,
No.
right?
Top the border. He was like, I know what'll throw him off the trail.
Charlie Daniels.
Charlie Daniels. He's like, I know what'll throw him off the trail. I'll go across state lines to burn a Taco
Get
Bell.
my rascal scooter. We're going to Alabama to burn down a Taco Bell. Round, round, get around.
Charlie went down to Bama. He was looking for a bell to burn.
God damn it.
I'm terrible.
Ex-bouncy castle salesman from London, now chief executioner for ISIS.
I mean, it's not as
It's not Barney turns into
yeah,
a
Barney sex tantric guy.
sex dungeon owner, bouncy castle man. Now he's bouncing people's heads off their bodies.
I think the thing is here is you have to everyone who entertains children in their 20s should be put on a list,
Yeah.
because they're gonna
They're repressing some very
Yeah.
adult urges.
and then one day it's just gonna spill over the top.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
A
like
real,
all those.
a real career pivot from
It's
this
all
guy.
those. It's the Elsa Gate brought it all out into the open. Now we're seeing the repercussions of it.
Big if true.
Yeah. Dog bites man. Man bites dog. Man gets arrested.
I
thought-
see there's a double standard here.
Okay, cool. Yeah, guys. Oh, so the dog can bite me, but I can't bite the dog back? Seems a bit unfair if you ask
No,
me.
it was a police dog.
Oh, well, that changes things.
That-
Because if a police officer punches you in the face, I mean, yeah, that sucks. But you don't go punching him back in the face. You're going to make things worse.
Yeah.
It's like those Philly fans who punch horses. You're asking for a bad time.
Yeah, I say nay to that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the
They
dog-
really are. The Super Bowl is two teams you love to hate.
Yeah,
It's going to be a good.
two cities full of garbage humans going head to head.
There go our Boston and Philadelphia fans. Philadelphia's a
don't
lovely.
Go.
It's a lo-
Don't go.
Philadelphia
Boston,
is a
Philadelphia
lovely city. I like Boston too. It's just too cold whenever I've been there. Philadelphia, great place.
people. Boston is, oh god, we had to drive a car there, and people they just walk out in the street like you're just gonna fucking stop.
And there's ice all over the
There's
road.
ice all over the place. The accent is hideous.
Good
It's
oysters. though. Great oysters.
Oysters are great.
Oysters are fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that how they pronounce them? Oysters? Oysters?
You know, that's the thing is both their accents, they sound kind of similar to me.
Yeah, I can't tell.
Which city am I
speak
from?
standard American.
Which city am I from, Elliot? Hey, I'm excited for the Super Bowl.
Moscow?
Close enough. Close enough. Anyways, don't bite police dogs.
Yeah.
But regular dogs, if it's in the privacy of your own home,
Get them to consent.
Yeah. If the dog bites you, eye for an eye.
Do what you gotta do.
But don't tell them we told you that. Anyways, we'll see you guys next time. Watch a brand new episode of Tech News Day and also a brand new episode of Tugs because Nintendo's passing their trash on to you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Click the subscribe button down there somewhere. And I'll see you next time.